friends, welcome to this video on mathematics. In the previous class, we learned about linear equations in one variable. Here are some examples. Such equations have only one variable and its maximum power is 1. Therefore, it is called the linear equation in one variable. Today, we will move one step further and discuss linear equations in two variables and their general form. Let's try to understand this with an example. Meera and Shaurya together planted 40 saplings. Can we write this in the form of an equation? Yes. Let's see how. We don't know how many plants Meera and Shaurya planted individually, but together they planted 40 saplings. Suppose Meera planted X saplings and Shaurya planted Y saplings. Together they planted 40 saplings. So we get X plus Y is equal to 40. This becomes an equation. Let's look at another example. Bablu scored 2 times more than Raju in mathematics. Suppose Bablu scored M marks in maths and Raju scored N marks. Note that we can use any other alphabet instead of M and N. Given that Bablu scored 2 times more than Raju in maths, we can represent it like this. We can write it as M minus 2N is equal to 0 as well. And we get another equation. Can you tell how these two equations are different from a linear equation in one variable? Come on, let's see. In these two equations, the variables are x, y and m, n. The maximum power of both is 1. Hence, both of them are linear equations in two variables. We can write the equation x plus y is equal to 40 and x plus y minus 40 is equal to 0 as well. And from this, we reach this general form. Generally, we write it in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. Here, x and y are the variables, a is the coefficient of x, b is the coefficient of y, and c is the constant. Friends, an important point here is that a, b and c are real numbers. And both a and b cannot simultaneously be 0. Can you tell me why is this so? If both a and b become 0, both x and y term becomes 0 and we will be left with only a constant. Is the equation x is equal to 4 a linear equation in two variables? We can write it as x minus 4 is equal to 0 or x plus 0y minus 4 is equal to 0 as well. Now, it is in the form of a linear equation in two variables. Here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to 0 and c is equal to minus 4. So, we can say that even if either a or b is 0, the equation can be represented in the form of a linear equation in two variables. In the next video, we will discuss this in detail and learn to make a linear equation in two variables. So friends, today we learned about linear equations in two variables and how to write it in general form. See you in the next video. Thank you. Friends, welcome to this video on linear equation in two variables. In this session, we will learn to construct a linear equation in two variables and write it in general form. Let's start with the first question. Shyam and Radha study in the same school. The distance of the school from Shyam's house is 3 times the distance from Radha's house. Represent this as a linear equation in two variables. You can pause this video to think. Now, let's see the answer to this question. Let's represent the distance of the school from Shyam's house as x and the distance of the school from Radha's house as y. We are given that the distance of the school from Shyam's house is 3 times the distance of the school from Radha's house. That is, x is equal to 3y. And we can write it in its general form as follows. Let's see another question. Raju brought a total of 30 samosas and kachoris from the market. A samosa costs rupees 12 and a kachori costs rupees 10. Raju gave a total of rupees 320 to the shopkeeper. Using this statement, construct a linear equation in 2 variables. Suppose the number of samosas taken by Raju is x and the number of kachoris is y. He has a total of 30 samosas and kachoris. So, our equation will be x plus y is equal to 30. How to write it in general form? In this way. X plus y minus 30 is equal to 0. Did this question end here? Why is further information given in this question? Can we form another equation from this? Yes. Let's see how. We already assumed the number of samosas as x and the number of kachoris as y. So according to the question, the cost of a samosa is rupees 12. What do we do if we want to find the cost of x samosas? We will multiply the cost of one samosa by the number of samosas. So this will become 12x. Similarly, the cost of y kachoris will be 10y. Total cost of samosas and kachoris is rupees 320. So we will write this as 12x plus 10y is equal to 320 or 12x plus 10y minus 320 is equal to 0. Let's go ahead and see the next question. Represent the given equations in the form of ax plus by plus c is equal to 0 and find the values of a, b and c. The equation in the first question is already given in the general form. Here, a is equal to 1, b is equal to minus 1 by 6 and c is equal to minus 4. Friends, do not forget to pay attention to the signs here. In the second equation, there is only one variable. So, taking the second variable as 0, we will write it like this. 0x plus y plus 0 is equal to 0. Now, comparing it with the general form, we will get a is equal to 0, b is equal to 1, c is equal to 0. Similarly, we will see the third equation also very carefully and write it in the general form. And we will get a is equal to minus 5 by 8, b is equal to minus root 3 and c is equal to 0. As you go, here is one question that you should solve yourself. So friends, what did we learn in today's session? We solved some questions related to forming a linear equation in 2 variables and writing it in the general form. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on linear equations in 2 variables. Today, we will discuss some facts related to linear equations in 2 variables. So let's start with our first question. Is 3x plus 5xy plus y is equal to 4 a linear equation in 2 variables? You can pause the video and think. There are 2 variables x and y in our equation and the maximum power of both is also 1. But if we compare it with the general form of a linear equation in 2 variables, it has a term in x and a term in y. But there is also an xy term in the given equation, because of which we cannot write it in its general form. That is, it is not a linear equation in 2 variables. Now, let's take another question. Find the values of a, b and c in the equation 8x plus 2y is equal to 10. Here, a is equal to 8, B is equal to 2 and C is equal to 10. Is this value correct? No. Because first we will have to check whether this equation is in general form or not. So, first we will write it in this form. So, this will become 8x plus 2y minus 10 is equal to 0. Now, we can compare it with the general form. So, here A is equal to 8, B is equal to 2 and C is equal to minus 10 and note C is equal to 10. Let's take another equation. Find the values of A, B and C in the equation 2m minus 5n plus 8 is equal to 3. If you think that here A is equal to 2, B is equal to 5 and C is equal to 8, then you are incorrect. First of all, let's see this equation carefully. Is this in general form? No. So, first we will write it in its general form. So this is how it looks. 2m minus 5n plus 8 minus 3 is equal to 0. That means 2m minus 5n plus 5 is equal to 0. Now we can very easily find the values of A, B and C from this. So in this session, we discussed some facts related to linear equations in two variables and solved some questions related to it. See you in the next video where we will learn how to solve a linear equation in two variables. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video of linear equations in two variables. Today, we will learn about solutions of linear equations in two variables. In the previous class, we have learned to solve linear equations in one variable. Let's see an example. 3x plus 2 is equal to 4. A linear equation in one variable has only one solution. Can you tell me what this means? In this example, the value of x is found to be 2 by 3. This means there is a point on the x-axis which equals 2 by 3. And only when we keep the value of x is equal to 2 by 3 will be the equation 3x plus 2 is equal to 4 be satisfied. That is, RHS will be equal to LHS. And no other value of x except 2 by 3 can satisfy the equation. Will the linear equation in two variables also have only one solution? Let's understand this with an example. The equation x plus 4y is equal to a has two variables. If we observe, we can say that when the value of x is equal to 4 and the value of y is equal to 1, this equation will be satisfied. Therefore, x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 1 is the solution of this equation. We can write this solution within parentheses in an ordered form as 4, 1. Here, in the parenthesis, the first value is of x and the second is of y. Will 1, 4 also be the solution of this equation? No. Because keeping the value of x as 1 and of y as 4, the value of the equation will become 17, which is not equal to 8. In this, RHS is not equal to LHS. Hence, 1, 4 is not a solution to this equation. Is 0, 2 also a solution of this equation? Come on, let's see. Substituting x is equal to 0 and y is equal to 2 will make the value of the equation as 8. RHS is equal to LHS. So we can say that 0, 2 is also a solution of this equation. We have found two solutions to this equation. So we can say that a linear equation in two variables can have more than one solution. Friends, so apart from these two, can there be more solutions to this equation? Yes. Let's see how. Let's take any value of x as per our choice. Let's take the value of x as 1 by 2. So, substituting the value of x as 1 by 2 in the equation x plus 4y is equal to 8 will make it a linear equation in one variable. And when we solve this, we will be able to easily find the value of y. On solving, we get y is equal to 15 by 8. Now, we can say that 1 by 2, 15 by 8 is also another solution to this equation. Similarly, for any value of x, we can find the corresponding value of y, or by taking any value of y, we can find the corresponding value of x. This time, let's take the value of y as -1 and find the value of x. We get the value of x as 12. Now, we can say that 12, -1 is another solution to this equation. Here, even though we found the value of x by substituting the value of y, while writing the solution, we write it in the order of x, y only. To find the solution to the equation, the easiest way is to find the value of y by keeping the value of x as 0. Similarly, by keeping the value of y as 0, you can find the value of x. There is no limit to the solutions to these equations. Therefore, we can say that a linear equation in two variables has infinitely many solutions. Can you explain why there are many solutions to this? A linear equation in two variables has two variables x and y. So this gives us a line. And every point on that line is a solution to that equation. A line is made up of infinite points. So friends, in today's session, we learned how to find more than one solution to linear equation in two variables. In the next video, we will solve some more similar questions. Thank you. Hello friends. Welcome to this video on linear equations in two variables. In the last session, we learned to find the solution to linear equation in two variables. Today, we will solve some questions related to the same. Let's start with our first question. Find four solutions to the given equations. Let's take the first equation. 8x is equal to 2y. A simple way to find the first solution is that we assume x as 0 and find the corresponding value of y. Substituting the value of x as 0 in the given equation gives the value of y as 0. Hence, 0, 0 is a solution to this equation. Now, let's take the value of x as 1 and by placing the value of x as 1 in the equation 8x is equal to 2y, we will get a linear equation in one variable, and when we solve it, we will get the value of y as 4. So, 1, 4 is another solution to this equation. Now, let's consider the value of y as -1 and substitute it in the equation to find the corresponding value of x. The value of x obtained is -1 by 4. Hence, -1 by 4, -1 is another solution. So far, we have obtained three solutions to the given equation. Find the fourth solution by yourself. You can also pause the video to find the solution. Now, let's take the second equation and find the solution to this as well. 5m plus 3n is equal to 7. Substituting the value of m as 0 in this equation, we get the value of n as 7 by 3. Hence, 0, 7 by 3 is the first obtained solution to this equation. Now, let's keep the value of m as 1 by 5 and find the solution of the equation. On solving the equation, we obtain the value of n as 2. Hence, this is the second solution to the given equation. Now let's take the value of n as 0 and find the value of m by substituting it in the equation. Here, we get the value of m as 7 by 5. Hence, 7 by 5, 0 is another solution of this equation. Now, we need another solution to this equation. Find it yourself. You can also pause the video to find it. Let's consider another question. From the given options, which option is a solution to the equation 2x plus y is equal to 10? How do we solve this question? We will substitute the values of all the given options in the equation and see if the RHS is equal to the LHS or not. If yes, then that option is the solution to the equation. Pause the video and try to solve the question. Let's see the first option. Here, the value of both x and y is 1. Substituting x is equal to 1 and y is equal to 1 in the equation gives the value of the equation as 3, which is not equal to 10. Hence, 1, 1 is not a solution to this equation. Now, let's test the second option, 2, 1. Here, the value of x is 2 and the value of y is 1. Substituting it in the equation, we get 5. Therefore, this option is also not a solution to the equation. Now, let's take the third option. In option 4, 2, the value of x is 4 and of y is 2. Now, let's see by substituting this in the equation. On doing so, the RHS of the equation is equal to the LHS. Therefore, this option is a solution to this equation. Let's see the last option, 2, 4. Let's substitute this in the equation. Here we get 8. Therefore, this is not a solution to this equation. Let's see one more question. If 2, 1 is one of the solutions to the equation 3x plus y is equal to p, then find the value of p. If 2, 1 is the solution to the equation, that is, if we consider x as 2 and y as 1 in the equation 3x plus y is equal to p, then RHS will be equal to LHS. So, substituting the value of x as 2 and y as 1 in the equation would look somewhat like this. 3 multiplied by 2 plus 1 is equal to p. 6 plus 1 is equal to p. And we will get the value of p as 7. The value of p in this equation is 7. Friends, in today's session we solved some questions related to linear equation in two variables. Let's find some facts related to this in the next video. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on linear equations in two variables. In the previous session, we learned to find solutions to linear equations in two variables. Today, we will discuss some facts related to the same. Let's see one question. Find the solution to the given equation. If we observe the equation carefully, we can say that 5 plus 2 is equal to 7. That is, 5 and 2 is a solution to the given equation. So, is 2, 5 also a solution to the given equation? 2 plus 5 is equal to 7. Yes, 2, 5 is also a solution to this equation. So we saw that by exchanging the values of x and y in this equation, we found another solution to the equation. So, is it possible in every equation? No. Let's say another example for this. Equation 4x minus y is equal to 0. Here, 2, 8 is a solution to this equation. But 8, 2 is not a solution to this equation. Therefore, we cannot say that if x, y is a solution to a particular equation, so y, x will also be the solution to that equation. We should always substitute the value of x and y in the equation to see if that value is satisfying the equation or not. In this session, we discussed some facts related to finding solutions to linear equations in two variables. See you in the next video in which we will learn to represent a linear equation in two variables in geometric form. Thank you.
Hello friends, welcome to this video on graph of linear equations in two variables. So far we have obtained the solutions of equations by the algebraic method. In this session we will learn how to find the solution of a linear equation in two variables by the geometric method as well as to represent them in the graph paper. Let's understand what is geometric method. When we represent an equation on a graph, it is said to be represented in the geometric form, and the method of finding solution from the graph is called the geometric method. So let us see how to construct the graph of a linear equation in two variables. First, let us take a linear equation with two variables such as x plus y is equal to 5. Now we will create a table like this where we will take different values for x and y. By replacing x with 0, we will get y is equal to 5. By replacing x with 1, we will get y is equal to 4. By replacing x with 2, we will get y is equal to 3. And we will write them in brackets as coordinate points like this: 0, 5, 1, 4, 2, 3. Friends, we can identify countless coordinate points like this, not just 3. But on a graph paper, 2 points are enough to represent a line on the xy axis. Let us draw x and y axis on a graph paper. Mark the units carefully on both the axes. Generally, we take 1 centimeter is equal to 1 unit. These units can also be increased or decreased according to the points. We can take 1 centimeter is equal to 2 units or 1 centimeter is equal to 3 units, etc. Let's plot these 3 points. The point 0, 5 is plotted here. The point 1, 4 is plotted here. You can also show the point by drawing a perpendicular from point 1 on the x-axis and a straight line from point 4 on the y-axis. And the last point 2, 3 will be here. Now we will draw a line connecting these 3 points. This way, we represent a linear equation with two variables on a graph paper. Let's see another example. Represent the given equation on the graph y is equal to 2x. First, let's find the coordinate points. We got the points 0, 0, 1, 2 and 2, 4. Let's represent them now on a graph. First, we will draw the x and y axis and mark the correct units. Now we will plot the points. And draw a line connecting these points. Now, when we compare these two graphs that we have made, we can see two types of lines. One of them does not pass through the center, whereas the other one passes through the center. The general form of a linear equation with two variables is ax plus by plus c is equal to 0. In this general form, if c is equal to 0, then the line will pass through the center. That is, it will be the normal form of a line passing through the center. You can make a graph for these equations and check whether these lines pass through the center or not. Friends, can you tell me what is a line? Or what is a line made of? Or how it is made? Think about it for some time. Can we say a line is formed by a series of infinite points? Yes, that means if a line is a set of infinite points, that is, if we consider the graph, then every point in it will be the coordinate point of the x and y axis. This is what we call the solution of the equation. That means every point on this line is a solution of this equation, which we can get by putting perpendiculars on the x and y axis. The 3 points that we considered earlier and constructed this line are the solution of this equation. Apart from this, there are infinite solutions to this equation. No other points outside this line are the solution to this equation. Friends, answer this question before we end this session. how many lines can be drawn through one point and through 2 points? Only one line passes through 2 or more points, but infinite lines can be drawn through 1 point. So my dear friends, that's all in this video. Today we have learned how to find the solution of a linear equation in 2 variables through the geometric method as well as how to represent them on a graph. In the next video, we will solve some questions based on this topic. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on linear equations in 2 variables. In this video, we will solve some questions related to the graph of linear equations in 2 variables and increase our grip on this subject. Shall we? Let's start with our first questions without wasting much time. The price of a mango is 2 rupees less than twice the price of an apple. Represent this situation in the form of a graph showing linear equation in 2 variables. Let's see how to solve such questions. First of all, here we have 2 fruits, mango and apple. We have to make an equation with 2 variables. So, we will consider the price of one fruit as x and the price of the other fruit as y. So, suppose the price of one apple is x and the price of one mango is y. Now, according to the condition, we will form an equation. The condition is that the price of one mango, that is y, is 2 less than twice the price of one apple. Y is 2 less than 2x, that is y is equal to 2x minus 2. The equation is ready. Now, we have to make a graph by marking their coordinates on x and y axis. How will you do this? We will make a table of x and y and find different values for x and y. If you replace x with 1 in this equation, y will become 0. If you replace x with 2, y becomes 2. By the way, 2 coordinate points are sufficient to draw a line. But let's find the third point also. Let's put 3 in the place of x and see what we get. Now, without wasting much time, let's draw a graph with the help of these 3 coordinate points. First, mark the units on x and y axis. Plot all 3 coordinate points. Now draw a line through these points. And this will be the graph of the equation y is equal to 2x minus 2. Now, let's look at the next question. Explain how many lines can be drawn through a point and also write equations of 2 lines passing through the point 3, 15. First of all, infinite number of lines can be drawn through one point. And when countless lines can be drawn, all we have to do is write 2 such equations of lines which pass through the point 3, 15. Does this question seem difficult? The answers to these kind of questions can be derived from the given point itself. The given point has x and y coordinates. So, if we examine it carefully, we can say that when x is 3, then y is 15. That is, y is 5 times x. Y is equal to 5x. So, this is how the first equation is formed. Now, let's find the second equation. Do we only use multiplication to establish a relation between x and y? No. We can also establish a relation between them by using addition, subtraction or division. Can we say that y is 12 more than x? That is, y is equal to x plus 12. So, we got 2 equations like this. Friends, can you make more than 2 equations? Can we establish any other relation between them? As we just saw, infinite number of lines can be drawn from a single point. Similarly, there can also be infinite relations between them. You can try to create more equations after pausing this video. Friends, let's move ahead and look at the next question of this session. For the given graph, which of the following is the correct equation? This is the easiest question. In this question, you should focus on the graph to know the points where the line intersects x and y axis. Now, place the same values of x, y in all the given equations. Here, the line intersects the x-axis at -5 and the y-axis at 5. That is, we got two coordinates of x, y. That is -5, 0 and 0, 5. Now, we will put both these values in all the equations and find out which equation is true for these values. Replacing x and y with these coordinates in equation 1 is not satisfying the equation. Similarly, equation 2 is not satisfied. When x and y are replaced by -5, 0 coordinates. But replacing the coordinates x and y with 0, 5 is making the LHS equal to RHS. So is this the equation of this line? No. Only when both the coordinates satisfy the equation, we can call it the equation of the line. Now, let's substitute these values in equation 3. We get the LHS equal to the RHS for both the coordinates. Therefore, equation 3 is the equation of this graph. So friends, that's all in this video. In this video, we have solved some questions based on the graph of a linear equation in two variables. We'll see you in the next video with some more questions. Thank you. Hello friends, welcome to this video on linear equations in two variables. In the previous video, we learned to represent the linear equation in two variables on a graph paper. In this video, we will solve some more questions related to this. Let's look at the first question. Out of the following coordinate points, which is the solution for this graph? Friends, here only line AB is given, but its equation is not given, in which let's substitute this coordinate point and check whether it is a solution or not. So what should we do now? You can think of an answer by pausing this video. As we already know that a line is formed by infinite points and all those points are solutions of that equation. Here we only have to see whether the given points are on this line or not. Let's see. Here 2 points 3, -2 and 6, 1 are on this line. That means both these points are solutions of this equation. Let's move to the next question. Which of these equations form a line passing through the center of xy axis? What will you do here? Will you make a graph of these equations and see if these lines pass through the center or not? This is not an incorrect way, but we have an easy solution to that. As we discussed in our previous video, the line that passes through the center of the xy axis will be ax plus by is equal to 0. And if we compare it with the general form, c is 0 here. You can pause the video and compare the given options with the equation and see which option is the correct answer to this question. Friends, among the given options, only in the fourth option, C is 0 or there is no C. Therefore, we can say that the line formed by the equation 5x minus 2y equal to 0 passes through the center of the xy axis. Friends, that's all in this video. In this session, we have discussed some facts related to the graph of a linear equation in two variables. See you in the next video. Thank you.